Hey guys, this is going to be a mouse comparison between the MX Revolution from Logitech and Apple's Magic Mouse that was released a few weeks ago. So, right off the bat, Apple does have the multi-touch on the Magic Mouse, so it is pretty cool to use that. After a while, you might find it becoming not really worth all your money because the multi-touch is cool, but all I find it useful for is the scrolling and the back and forth. There is no pinch and zoom, so you can't do any of that cool stuff like on the iPhone, but that might come later in a software update. So, if you look at it this way, the MX Revolution definitely has a better grip on your hand, especially for me. I have big hands, and whenever I have to hold this thing, if I'm just trying to do normal work, my hand goes like this, and you can see my fingers go over the Magic Mouse. I have to actually put my fingers up like this, and that kind of hurts right here after a while of doing this. So I found what I could do is I could like push it up further like this and use it like this, but that's kind of uncomfortable. The MX Revolution, when I put my hand all the way down on it, my fingers still hang off, but I can still click it because it is so thick right here. It just grips your hand, and it's so much better like that than it is with this, because if I do that, my fingers are hanging off the side, and I can't click very easily because it's not thick enough right here. Also, the Magic Mouse has two buttons. You might not be able to tell because Apple likes to do this. They like to make it look like it's one button, but it's actually two. If you were to place your hands on this thing, this would be a normal right click, but it doesn't register if your other fingers on it. You have to lift your finger up and click to get the right click. I don't know why they do that. I think it's heat sensitive, but it is useful if both your fingers are on and you want to left click. It knows that your left finger is on it, and if you right click with your finger, it registers as a left click. That's kind of weird. So gone from the other version, the Mighty Mouse, is the side buttons. There's no side buttons at all, so you lose the expose feature. I actually used it for expose, so I can't use expose anymore. I have to use a hot corner. The MX Revolution has a ton of buttons on it, and this is why I love this thing. You can use the scrolling wheel, which does that automatic scrolling thing if you spin it hard enough. And this button, you can customize all these buttons. You have a button here. This is for search. You can use Google or Yahoo search with that. And also, you have this nice area right here. You can see it's like punctured out right here. This is a nice resting area for your thumb. So when you're gripping it, your thumb rests right there. And those buttons are in very good positions for your thumb. You can push this one either this way, back. You can actually push it in. And there's also two buttons right here that you can use. So the bottom of these mice, I found that the Logitech's laser tracking is much better than the Magic Mouse. I think this one works on glass and almost every single surface. The Magic Mouse doesn't even work on glass at all. It has these two rubber guards right here to protect it from scratches. The bottom is also aluminum, so it looks pretty nice. And it does take two AA batteries, and there's an on and off switch here. I'll go ahead and show you the batteries. Two AA batteries. These actually came with it. And whenever your battery runs out, you have to get new ones, so that's kind of a pain. The MX Revolution also has an on and off switch, as you can see right here. Pretty easy. It has a couple rubber guards on the bottom. One right here, here. I'm not sure what this is. I think that's to help it charge. But it's got like this little thing right here cut out on the bottom. And there's also a rubber guard out here. There is the laser tracking for the mouse. And this one doesn't take any batteries, actually. This one uses a charging dock that comes with the mouse. So that's actually really cool. It's a really nice feature of them to include that, and you don't have to waste your money on batteries all the time, and you don't have to worry about it. If it gets low on batteries, there are these green indicators right here. I think there's about 4 of them, and it shows you what your battery life is. If it gets down to red, it'll actually change color from green to red. If it's red, that means you're running low on battery. And so all you do is just set it on this charging thing. Let me grab it real quick. Alright, here it is. Let me move the camera a little bit. If you're running low on battery, you just stick this thing on here. And it sits on the dock like this, as you can see. Really nice of them to include that. And it charges it up. You'll see the indicators right here on the left side. They will be green. And they will show you that they are charging. Also, the Magic Mouse uses Bluetooth to connect to your computer, so it's nice not to have one of these dongles here that use a USB port. The MX Revolution does have this dongle. It actually works pretty well. These both work up to about 30 feet, I figured, and you can see it says MX Revolution right there. Just plug this into your USB in your computer, and it'll start working pretty much automatically. Mine is kind of messed up. I have to push it in really hard for it to sense that, but that may be just mine. So overall, which mouse do I prefer? I prefer the MX Revolution simply because it is much better fit in the hands. You can see that it fits my hands perfectly because I do have big hands, and it helps my fingers when it's lifted up like this, when it's really thick right here. And again, the MX Revolution, I have to lift my fingers up like this. Look how uncomfortable that looks. All that space right there, they could have made it thicker just like the MX Revolution. They had that in mind. So I do prefer the MX Revolution. I do believe there is a new one. It has a much smaller dongle for you, and it looks nicer. So if you were to buy and choose any of these mice, I would prefer the MX Revolution. But if you have a friend with a Magic Mouse, you can test it out. It's pretty cool, the multi-touch. The multi-touch is the main selling point of it, but to me, it kind of gets old after a while. I mean, all you're doing is scrolling around and stuff. Maybe they'll add software updates where you can pinch and zoom, do some other cool stuff. I don't know. But if you want a really good mouse for gaming, or any other things like multiple buttons for stuff, MX Revolution, you will be happy with it. You get the charging thing. You don't need batteries. The Magic Mouse, you do need batteries, and you need to switch them out every couple of months. So guys, again, this was a review of 2 great mice that are on the market right now. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comments below. I will try to help you out, and I will see you guys in the next video.